Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I recorded this program on 20th and you will see this program on 21. And I think Joe Biden already finished the presidential inauguration, and I hope it was done peacefully. And we can see the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq rise a little bit in these few days because the policy of Donald Trump to China is quite tough, and they think after Donald Trump left and then Joe Biden being the president of United States, his way of deal with China will be more calm, and they are all thinking that a lot of the executive orders that done by Trump on China market will be released very soon, so the market rise up. We'll see, and you know, we are doing the investment, right? We want quiet environment for doing the business and a free environment. So I hope that it will be the same in America, in Hong Kong, and in China, right? So in the last program, one of the readers left a comment on the YouTube that want me to talk about Lockheed Martin. I will divide it into two programs. This program half talk about Lockheed Martin's rough history. You know that even in Hong Kong, not a lot of readers like financial analysis. They will think it's very dull because all are figures. Actually, I can honestly tell you that it is a must. You must have a brief knowledge on the financial situation of a company before you buy the stock, right? So today I will spend half of the program on a handy way to handle your investment portfolio, and the second half is to talk about Lockheed Martin, and we call it the world's largest military subcontractor, about the history. Okay, so our Falcon portfolio is to 542,000, no change from last week, the same. And if you have any questions, you can leave your question at the YouTube, just right after the linkage, or you can email to me usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. One word, no space. So this is the covering, right? Lockheed Martin, and the world's largest military subcontractor. It really is the largest, the first page, right? And in the left hand corner you will see the Excel worksheet logo. So I will briefly talk about how you can handle your investment portfolio daily in a very handy way, very handy way, right? So this is because some of the readers leave the comment that this portfolio is too small, so I enlarge it to a whole screen so you can see it. So after today should be 1 year already, 1 year. So our Falcon portfolio been raised at 55%. In last year is 55%, and this year 2021 it decreased 2%, but as a whole is 55%. So you can take this screenshot because I put it on Excel worksheet. So I will explain it further in the next screenshots. So a handy checklist is the beginning of a successful investor. Use the technology. This Excel worksheet, this Excel spreadsheet, I input everything into this Excel worksheet. Just quite simple, right? The stock name and how many shares you bought, and the buying price and the current price and the total. So I put this on an Excel worksheet template. And then you just need to copy some very simple formula. The internet will update the price for you immediately and automatically. So every day, I just spend 4 seconds. I can see my performance. Just 4 seconds. I just press the cell phone, and then it will link to the internet and immediate update the most update price. Then I can see the portfolio's performance. I strongly recommend you do so. I strongly recommend you do so. You should not just look at your portfolio, just look at your investment at the weekend. I know that you will you will examine it at the weekend, right? But at the weekend is too late, right? If some stock crashes or the market crashes, you may already lost 20%. So I will do this in a most handy way, because if anything is not handy, you won't do it. Trust me, I'm over 50. If the thing is not handy, you will not do it. You need to come back to your seat, start the computer, click a lot of buttons, and then you update yourself, input the dividend, you will know the performance. Sorry, it's too clumsy. You won't do it. Especially when you are very busy, when you need to work, right? So the thing to me is input everything. Let us move to the next screen first. So Excel worksheet, a very simple Excel worksheet together with put it onto the cloud, you can update it. Very easy. Just you input once, you can enjoy for maybe a few months, unless you buy another one, you sell another one, and then you update it, right? Because I seldom do buy in or sell out. Maybe 1 month no buy in, no sell out, no trade. Maybe sometimes indeed I will have few trades per month, right? So it's very easy for me. But we have a good performance, right? You can very easily find the stock codes template on the Excel worksheet in the internet. It's free. No need money. So I have found one example for you, right? You can see, you can have invest codes, unit trust, Vanguard, right? And Vanguard's a lot of them, right? You just input the simple, or you just simple copy this template, and then change for the numbers, change for the prices, change, use your name of this portfolio, and then put this into maybe your Google Drive. You should have your own account, right? Google Drive or Microsoft Drive, whatever, or a lot of them, right? Online. So when you can put this simple template into online, and then drag this logo to the first page of your cell phone. Once you click at the morning, just 4 seconds, you will see the performance. I will examine it a few times per day, just few seconds. Or if you think then it is still not have the alert enough, you can input some simple calculation. If any of the stock price drop more than 5% of your buying price, you make it red. So you immediately say, oh, this one red, this has the problem, right? Very simple. You do a simple calculation, so you can do a simple performance check per every day or every half day in just less than 5 seconds. Do this. Don't examine your investment portfolio in a very clumsy way. You have to go back to your home, find out the notes, add everything together, calculate by yourself, and then you need to take out a calculator, and then you know, oh, I lost money. Oh, I earned money. Forget about it. It's too clumsy. You will only do it maybe more than once per week, maybe every 2 weeks or month. So you lost the money already, right? You don't have a nerd, no use to you. Use my way. Find out the template in the internet, and then change to your personal stock. Input number of shares, buying price, the symbol, and very easy, you will use their formula. Just add up the things, and then compare with your total buying price. You will see the performance. and you can put some restraint on that. If any stock price drop more than 5%, then your buying price, you make that red. So immediately you can see it. If you listen to me, then the maximum stock you're holding is not over 8 to 10. You can easily examine your investment portfolio. Make it handy. Make it handy so you can do it every day. Very easily. When you're taking an MTR, when you're traveling, when you just taking your lunch, taking your breakfast, just few seconds, you can see it. Don't make it clumsy. If you make it clumsy, you won't do it. Trust me. I'm over 50 years old already. So this is very simple. We only have 5 stock, right? Very easy. I complete this Excel worksheet in about 20 minutes. In about just 20 minutes. And then I will change something. Say if I get a dividend, I will input the dividend, and it will automatically show the PE ratio. It will automatically show the PE ratio, show the current prices in red, right, and show the performance of each one. And then I will mark up how much cash I still have, stock market, dividend, and then total. So I just input once the Dow Jones performance, Nasdaq performance, portfolio performance, and then the performance of year 2020 and the current year. So in the remark you will see I will put some remark for me, so I can clearly see it. So I will see it how much the total amount this portfolio started, and what is this portfolio ended in the end of 2019 and in the end of 2020. Very easy, very simple, right? I just use 5 seconds per day. I can examine it, right? I hope you will do the same. Very easy. Don't ask me to do for you, because you can easily find out some templates on the internet. Okay, we start for the first talk on Lockheed Martin. Right, let's examine Lockheed Martin's stock price history first. And what we are examining now is the 5 years. So in the past 5 years, the stock price of Lockheed Martin been increased from 200 to yesterday is 341, and the maximum it reached in the early 2020 is about 40, right? So even at the last, it closed yesterday, Lockheed Martin's share price been increased 1.5 times. 1.5 times of 5 years before is quite good, right? 150%. And you can see the PE of price to earning ratio of Lockheed Martin is just 14.72, and it has the dividend. It has a dividend of 3%. Sorry, it's in Chinese. Every year's dividend is 3.05%. It's quite alright, right? So this is the the website first page of Lockheed Martin. Now it's quite cool, huh? Lockheed Martin rise up during the World War II. World War II is because of Germany, because of NASA and Japan. We all know that, right? It's from 1939 to 1945 for 6 years. Right? Remember that, right? So Lockheed Martin rise up because of the World War II. And you can see this is a very famous one. And Lockheed P-38, we call it the Lightning. It's the Lightning fighter plane. At the time, it scared a lot of the Western Europe countries. And this one also is called the B-17. And they call it Flying Fortress or Super Fortress, something like that, right? Also at the time is quite famous. And it scared the Japanese guy. So Lockheed Martins, they are brothers. You can see on the screen, right? They are brothers. And they found Lockheed Martin, this company. Actually, at the time, it's divided into two companies, Lockheed and something, in 1912. At the time, when they are still very young, right? You can see they're still very young, right? And they are trying for a paint, something like that, right? And that this company is found in California. And after World War II, because you know that they are starting from doing some paints, and then they're starting for doing some air fighter paint because of the World War II, right? And you will think that after the war, then they will become no use. No, because after the World War II, United States of America is having a very long Cold War with Russia. That means they are fighting with each other, something like that. So actually, because there is still potential risks of war, so Lockheed Martin expand further. And this, right, is a very cool stuff. It's called U2 spy paint, all in black, right? U2 spy paint now still in use. And this one is also very cool, called F-22 Raider fighter paint. Very cool, right? Very cool and very powerful. And this one is what Donald Trump said is too expensive. This is called F-35 Lightning fighter paint. In 1995, Lockheed and Martin, they merged together. Why they merge? You will say, why they need to merge, right? Why they merge, huh? It's because the America and Russia's Cold War ended. No more. And at the time, America's military expenditure dropped at 60%. So they have to merge. They have to merge. In 2019, the America's United States of America's military expenditure is very high, 732 billion US dollar, and it occupies 38% of the whole world's military expenditure. 38% of the whole world, very big. And in the same year, the income of Lockheed Martin is 60 billion US dollar. Very high. So actually, we have to talk about TSM. I have this stock, and in our Hong Kong portfolio also have this stock. It is because we know that TSM now have established her own factory, also in California, with Apple, for the electrical vehicle, right? We know that. But actually, TSM has another mission in America, is to develop a faster chip for the military. We know that because they are flying in very high speed, very high speed, and they need a very small and high responding chips for communication and for positioning. Maybe lighting fighter, it has to communicate with the communication tower, with the headquarters, with the satellite, with each other. But the point is because their flying speed is too high. Their flying speed is higher than the sound. So actually the current chips, the responding is not enough. So TSM has another mission in China, is to develop the chips for military use. For military use. And also to avoid the copying by China. So it has to be in California, inside America. So actually we have this stock of TSM, and it's doing quite good. We bought it and the ADR at 58, and now it's 128 already in just half year's time, and with a very reasonable PE, just 38. So actually we if we have time, we will talk about it in this English channel because we talk about it so many times in our Hong Kong channel already. All right. So actually, I don't want to talk about too many history of Lockheed Martin because it is so many years before. All right. In the next program, we will take half of the program to introduce other financial things, and half we will introduce the financial analysis, the situation of Lockheed Martin now. This stock to me is doing quite good because it is monopoly. All right. I don't think that in America they will allow another subcontractor to rise up because this is for the country's military secret, right? Just keep it in one country, so just keep it in one company is okay, right? So actually today we share up to here, and yesterday in 20th, actually it's 19 in Hong Kong's time, right? Dow Jones rise up 116 points, and Nasdaq rise up nearly 200 points. So tonight will be the 21. Then I think the Nasdaq and Dow Jones will rise up further again. So let us wait and see, right? Okay, we share this program till this moment, right? So thank you for watching our channel, and then please like, comment, share, and hit the subscribe button and hit the small bell icon next to it so you won't miss another update, right? Okay, thank you for watching, and please share, and next week we will have the second talk of Lockheed Martin. See you. Bye bye.